KShar here, and today we are going to travel to Europe, and I thought of showing you some other cuisines, just like not like Persian cuisines all the time. So we're going to have a variation once in a while, and I will take you somewhere else and show you different foods that we can make. This is also a very fast and easy dish to make. It's beef stroganoff, or the way we say it, beef stroganoff. First, I need to show you how to cut the meat. Before I do that, let me take you over the ingredients and show you what we have. We have meat. The meat needs to be top sirloin, and I'll show you the way you need to cut it. We've got garlic, we've got onion, and French fries. I had a big treat for you today. I went through a lot of trouble making you a particular type of a French fries that I make for beef stroganoff. But I was multitasking and I left it in the oven and it burned. So I'm substituting that. Normally they serve it with French fries, but I do not serve it with French fries. I do serve it with my own kind of French fries, which I will show you how I made that, and I'll take you through that. Now I'm frying my onion, or the onion.
Not your own.
Not my. Actually, it's my recipe and it's mine, you know. And so we've got this for French fries, and this is for the sauce. While that is cooking, I'm going to show you how to cut the meat. The meat, you need to cut it in very small, thin, and long and thin pieces, because we don't cook this for hours and hours. We just saute the meat and that's it. We've got about, it all depends how much meat you really need or how many people you serve. For 6 people serving, you need about 2 pounds of meat, and I've got here a little bit over 2 pounds, and then French fries as much as you need. So it has to be very thin and long, like julienne cuts. I had already done all, but I left these few pieces for you to see how it's done. You don't have to, you don't want too much fat in this kind of with this meat. So here is the meat, and my base for this is sour cream. So, and I'm also going to start the fries. I've got 5 cloves of garlic, which I'm going to mix this with my onion. This is easy and it's a delicious dish, and I'm sure you're going to love it. So it doesn't take long. When you come home from work, all you need to do is just have it ready. And anytime you doing French fries, make sure before you stir it, you put your salt. You add your salt. And do it always with a shaker, because then you would have salt everywhere. Otherwise, you may have salt too much in one spot and not enough. Okay. And I've said any time that I do onion or any food for that matter, it reminds me of the transformation of one food, which actually transformation is going from one point to another and hopefully getting better, like onion, from the stage of bitterness and brings you teary eyes and all that comes, and after it's done, it's such a sweet and delicious outcome after we fry it. So I hope that we all learn to do that, because the goal is to be more than what we have been born with. And the goal is not more body-wise, more everywhere, as mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm adding some saffron to the French fries for the color. It's very important. At the end of the day that we're ready to go and leave this body, we need to ask ourselves, have we reached the point that we were created for? Have we done all we could do in this life? I don't know. And probably this is for people around us to know if we've done what we should have or could have. It all depends. To me, we are all here trying to portray a character that we are doing on this stage of life. As a father, we are trying to portray the character of a father, and then it all depends how important that character is to you, how much you really try to get into that feel of a father, how good of a job that you're doing, or as a cook or anything. That's why whenever I cook with love, and that's what you need to do. Like look at a flower. That's why I love flowers so much, because it always reminds me that they do their job so beautifully, and they really fulfill the reason or that they have been created for. Okay, put the French fries on high. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the meat to this. With this particular dish, I do not use any turmeric. First of all, they do not use turmeric in France or in French cooking. And for the color, we don't want this to be yellow. I want this to be white because the sauce is white. So I'm going to add the meat. This is a meat dish, so you have a lot of meat here. And again, I have a lot of requests for this, so every day that we record here, My job after recording is delivery. I'm a delivery boy, and we'll go and deliver the food to the. Okay, and now we've got onion, we've got garlic, and I can smell it. And now we've got the meat. All you do here is just give it a stir and saute the meat with onion. Now I'm going to add salt and pepper, and my base sauce that I add to this is sour cream. So after the meat is done, then that's where I'm going to add the sour cream. The French fries that I was telling you about that I made, but it burned because I put it in the oven. I was doing something else. I grate the potato. I take the whole potato, wash them. I grate the potato, and I cook them. I wash them over and over to get all the starch out. Then it would look something like this. Of course, now as you see, it's burned and I'm not going to use it. Like this. Then I fry it. Then I fry that. You can do that a day before or in the morning, a few hours ahead of time. It's time consuming, but it looks beautiful. So I was going to treat you with my special French fries. Okay, this is almost done. I'm going to add the salt and pepper to this and the sauce. The French fries that you use for beef stroganoff has to be a very thin cut French fries, and the one on the market that you can get is shoestring French fries. I buy my French fries frozen, cut. You know, I'm all about shortcuts. Okay. I'm gonna add pepper and salt. You can smell the garlic right now. And now we add about 2 to 2.5 cups of sour cream to this. So it was 2 pounds of meat and 1 large onion, 6 cloves of garlic, salt and pepper to taste, and 2 to 2.5 cups of sour cream. I have a little more here, but I'm going to turn it down. Gonna add a little more. The reason I cook this in a saucepan because it's wider and it's easier for the meat to saute the meat and mix the sour cream to it. I'm going to turn it down and let it simmer while the French fries is getting ready, and that's all. That it doesn't, you know. And now I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. And I wish you were here so you could taste it.
I'll taste it.
I'm sure you will. Okay. I think I will add a little bit more sour cream because there is a lot of meat here. So now so far we added 3 cups. I started with 2, then 2.5, then now it's 3. Okay, I'm going to put that on the back burner. Excuse me. Okay, the French fries is getting ready. See the color of the French fries. So by the time the French fries are ready, the meat will be ready and will be ready to serve. Don't let the meat cook for too long because it gets tough. With this particular meat, it's just like steak. You just do it and done because they are such a thin slices. So we're done. Gonna get things ready and looking for the right plate. Okay. Okay. We're there. Okay. I put the meat first and then I add the sauce. Okay. Bon appetit. Now I'm going to do